especially with a pretty face, small waist. I'd rather stand here, share your space with you. Color tie, Muay Thai, I wanna lie with you. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm the truth. Get my full mount, side mount, what do? I wanna take you, controlled by the wrist. We can go rounds 3, 4, 5, 6 in the clinch. Yeah, we in the clinch, baby. Best believe me, we in the clinch. You and I, we in the clinch, baby. Say what you say.
Whoops! Off that? Yeah! Yes! Off that! Hit the Tyson Bell. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, Lord. Don't. All right, man. Look at who we have here. Jazz, Steve, what's going on with you? Sully. What's going on? Gee. Oops. All right, man. Look, first I want to say this. Hit the Tyson Bell. Yo. Oh my God. Errol the Truth Spence ducked a close one. Hit the Tyson Bell. Oh. Hold on, community. Hold on 1 second. And that's a black, 2 sugars. Look, let me tell you this. I want to say this. I want to admit to this. All of you who said, strip Errol Spence, ShowBizz, why don't they just strip him? Ah! And I was like, that makes no sense. Get that out of here. I was capping. Shut up. I'm sitting here like, that's out of the question. He injured his eye. Okay, it's a tear in the retina. It makes no sense. I want to tell you something. All of you who were out there talking about, wait a minute, that's no fair. They gotta strip him. They should strip him if he's out. Y'all were right, and I was wrong. Hit the Tyson Bell. Let me tell you. I go to busr.com/ShowBizz. Place a bet on your favorite fights. Look, it's not because they did Spence injured his eye, which they had to see the medical report. The WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, he had to see the medical report. Okay, and I'm privy to some very close information here. But still, I want to say this. He had to see the medical report. Not so much so just to prove that Errol the Truth Spence did suffer a tear in his retina, but how long he's going to be out. Hit the Tyson Bell. That was the important part. The WBC almost stripped his ass. Let me tell you something. And it makes sense. Keith one-time Thurman. You guys know where I'm going. The WBC stripped him. He was out for a while, had some injuries, smidgeries, okay? Strip. Devin the Dream Haney, remember, hurt his shoulder. Your shoulder hurt, you can't box, I hope you get well. Strip. Errol the Truth Spence, hey, they found a tear in my retina. I need surgery. Yeah? How long you gonna be out? It was almost stripped. Got your ass. Look, and the funny thing is, who are they going to give the belt to? What were they going to do to it? Damn near give it to Manny Pacquiao. Oh, yes. They were going to put the belt up for Ugas versus Pacquiao. And you guys probably know what happened, okay? Errol the Truth Spence gave him the medical records, okay? Just like any job. WBC wasn't wrong here. Just like any job. If you want to take a layoff and say it's due to medical issues, You better show them the doctor's report, all those things. That's what happened with the WBC. Errol the True Spence had to release his medical report so WBC can clarify, can see for sure. Look, you are truly injured, and this is the time we expect for recovery for you to bring your ass back in the ring. That was the important part. So now Errol the True Spence, he still has his title. Hold on 1 second. Good morning, Biz and the community. Hold on real quick. Before I start reading you guys comments here, I want to say this real quick. Not only did they get the medical report, Errol the True Spence wrote a letter. He was very contrite. He was very like, hey, look, I thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for your patience. The WBC saw empathy. Mauricio Suleiman saw empathy. Hey, look, man, you're going through something, Tear. I like your how apologetic you are about the situation and all those things. You being, grateful. I like those things. But more importantly, thanks for the medical report. And that is not, you're not suffering something so detrimental that you'll be gone for a long time. You still the WBC champion. Now let's hear what you all got to say. Hey, no war room without me, Jay Cooley. Your boy Spence was almost strip. And I got to say, to the war room, I got to give you guys mad love. Let me give you the Tyson Bell. When you guys said that, hey, strip them, I was like, get that out of here. But I did think Keith Thurman and Devin the Dream Haney, but I was like, nah, I mean, it's a retinal tear. We don't know anything. Dude, the WBC was like, let me see what you guys say. ShowBizz, the duck. No one knows what that means. No war room without me. Yeah. Stripper man. ShowBizz never hides or ducks anything. Love the transparency. Hey, yo, I'm for boxing. I can care. None of those guys owe me, and I don't owe them shit. I owe you guys who come, to this channel, who built this community, who pays me in super chats. I work for you. So whatever any other boxer or any other promotion company or any other sanctioning body has to say makes no difference to me. I just give you guys the information. That's what you guys pay me for. Rigo, we'll talk about the sweet science too, but let's talk about Errol the True Spence and Manny Pacquiao. Talk about Manny Pacquiao and Ugas and all those things. Let me see what else. Man down. Why cancel the fight instead of postpone it? Wait, cancel what fight? No. Manny Pacquiao is ready to fight. You got to think about the fighters. I think you're thinking about yourself a little bit. I think you got to think about the fighters. Manny Pacquiao is ready to fight. He put a lot of his stuff in the Philippines, what he's doing as a senator, on hold. Okay, not completely at hold, but he was training for a fight. All right, he expecting a bag. You don't just send his ass home. Ugas is available to fight for the championship title. You're thinking about you a little bit. I think we need to start being a little bit more thoughtful of the fighters. Ugas, who's ready for a bag, and this is going to be the biggest bag of his career. Hit the Tyson Bell. Manny Pacquiao ready for a bag and to get his belt back. Let's stop being, that selfish. I understand being selfish, yeah, but these guys still ready to put on a show for us. And Manny Pacquiao didn't do all that training to go back home. So it'd be stupid, actually, to not have those boys fight. That's dumb, okay? Especially business-wise for them. That's dumb to lose a bunch of money. For what? Especially when you could make Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao even greater, having the fight being for 3 titles instead of just Errol Spence's title, have Manny Pacquiao bring something to the table. And that's the black 2 sugars. I mean, don't be silly now. Don't be silly. What else we got? I don't care about the fighters. I care about boxing. I'm a boxing fan, not a man fan. Well, as a boxing fan, wouldn't you rather see a boxing match than nothing? Boxing fans, real boxing fans, want to see boxing as much as possible. So why postpone or cancel a fight altogether and have no boxing if you love the sport? So me, as a boxing fan, I want to see boxing as much as possible. So yes, have Manny versus Ugas, that's a good fight to watch, and I'd rather have a fight to watch. People don't know what boxing fans are. Let me see. Let me see. Pacquiao still getting older. Yeah, no matter what, he was going to get older. Yeah, time is time. Another Jeff Horn Crawford is being planned. Wins by robbery. Then Spence fight Gas. Ugas to take the belt easy as what? See, you're going too far. You're going too far. Now everything is a conspiracy. So watch movies about boxing. If you're not gonna look, let me tell you guys, if you're not gonna watch boxing and you're gonna come in as if it's a movie and not trust it, this is what I want you to do. Stop watching it. Watch Rocky. Watch movies about boxing. If you can't accept real life as real and everything is fake, just watch fake shit. But don't come into the war room calling my favorite sport fake, the one sport that is true, that I'm trying to make the number one sport in the world as far as one man against the next, one woman against the next in combat, mixed martial arts, the UFC combat. All right. So, yeah, if you are going into combat as if it's a movie, just watch a damn movie. Hit the Tyson bell. Okay. Now, if you don't trust the outcomes of the fight, if you think somebody won, you think somebody lost or something like that, that's different. But I'm talking about when you're going into it and everything's a conspiracy, just watch movies and watch the WWE. They got script writers for that, and you know it's a script. No need to come in here arguing. What else we got to say? These fake fans don't really love sport biz. Don't let them stress you out. Pacquiao in 6. I got Pacquiao in 8. And I got Pacquiao by TKO. I got Pacquiao by TKO. You want me to bet? I'll bet on busr.com/showbiz. Place a bet on your favorite fights. You want me to bet? I'll bet. Now I'll put money on the TKO. Damn it. Matter of fact, I'm a next live stream or next video. I'm putting money on the TKO. Now I don't know how much yet. Don't get too, shake my head. Bunch of trolls don't understand boxing. Pacquiao getting a tune up. It's dangerous for Spence. Tyson Bale, yes. Manny Pacquiao taking on Ugas instead of taking on Spence after a 2-year layoff is better for Manny Pacquiao. It's better for me too, and for Manny Pacquiao, him beating Ugas, which I think he will. I'm sure he will. He beat Ugas and he gets a title. I do want Manny coming in as a champion, but I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan, a real one. Okay. I'm a real boxing fan. Okay. So it gets bigger for me when it's for 3 titles and Manny Pacquiao has knocked the rust off, taking on Ugas before Errol Spence. That's better for me. The fight is even closer now that Errol Spence is coming back from another injury. So now, with me thinking that Errol Spence is going to run through Manny Pacquiao, now with me knowing a little bit about that little retinal tear that he has, and Manny Pacquiao getting a fight in after 2 years, make the fight a little bit closer for me, making it more exciting for me. Hit the Tyson bell. There's more question marks on the side of Errol Spence, less question marks for Manny Pacquiao. But that's how I think. That's how I think. ShowBizz and the community, good morning. Grateful to you for bringing a better way to boxing news, delivering quality content, and that's the Black Two Sugars. I'm gonna tell you, bro. Let me get some Black Two Sugars. All I gotta say is this: when y'all sat there and jumped in my war room, y'all sleep on Ugas. Ugas gonna be sleeping. No, I'm just playing. I love me some Ugas, but you got to be great to beat Manny Pacquiao or the next great. ShowBizz, a better way to boxing television. Hit the Tyson bell. And stylistically, it doesn't make sense. Which I got to start thinking about that Sean Porter Terence Crawford fight again. I watched Ugas versus Sean Porter, and I was like, Terence Crawford may whoop that ass. But wait. I'm not ready to say that all the way yet. Biz, thank you for your selflessness and consistency. You set the standard, letting the light in from California, my man. Hey, bro. I do Buzz ended Porter's career. I'm sorry to get sidetracked, but it is not really that sidetracked. But really, I do think Ugas won that fight. But what got me was how the angles and what he was doing to Showtime. I was like, Terence Crawford being orthodox, then switching to southpaw. I was like, wait a minute, let me think about this. But back to Errol the True Spence. What do you guys think? You guys jumped in the war room, jumped over here. Hey, ShowBizz the adult. The WBC, somebody got to strip his ass. And I was like, get that out of here, bro. I'm worried about his health. My feelings deep inside. Hey, I'm sitting here like, I'm worried about his health. What are y'all doing? Yeah, health is one thing. Keeping the ball rolling in the boxing world is another. And I'm telling you, the WBC was this close. And I can't hate, though I don't think they should strip him or they should have even thought about it. I can't hate because it's consistent. They stripped Devin Haney quick, didn't they? They stripped Keith one time, Thurman. So I'm like, it's consistent. Spence provided proof on paper to WBC President Suleiman. Only a troll will claim the paperwork is fake. P.S. Pacquiao by decision. Pacquiao by decision is probably a safer bet. But I don't know safe. I don't know safe. Yeah. Provided paper. Well, that's just, I mean, he provided paperwork to the WBC. I promise you, if they didn't get that medical report, his ass would have been stripped. I mean, that's just the black two sugars. They ain't there just for their health. Okay, Mauricio Suleiman ain't just hanging around just because. All right. And like I said, man, the details that I received, I'm like, bruh, a new member, baby. So I gotta say, you guys in the war room were right. I was damn wrong. All right. But this is what's consistent and what is right too. That Errol the True Spence did have an injury. It's a damn shame that we got to keep drilling this home because there's no reason to not believe it. But I mean, no reason to me. Okay, Bernard Hopkins has his reasons. He knows more than I do. Okay, who am I? All right. So, but I mean, there was no reason for me to start calling BS on it. I was just like, oh dang, that's messed up. You know what I mean? But the point of the matter is, there's proof. I don't think Errol the True Spence should share his medical records with us. Hell no. How many of you guys believe that? Hell no. Errol the True Spence shouldn't share his personal medical records with the public. Don't do that, Spence. Okay, everybody who's screaming, show us the medical, get that. Look, if you go to work, all right, if you go to work and you were gone for 2 months because you tore your knee, all right, and you can't do your job, and you show the powers that be your medical records, and you get a phone call from just a couple yahoos at work talking about, hey, Mr. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so, you ain't show us the medical records. I go to work with my crutch and beat everybody across their heads with it. CEO of Minding My Business became a YouTube member. New member, bye. So don't show us. That's your personal stuff. Don't show us, but you show the right people. All right. So yeah, he is injured, but what was also true is how soon he's going to come back. If he wasn't coming back that soon, you can bet your sweet ass that the WBC was going to strip his ass. Okay, let me see what you guys say. Ugas ain't knocking nothing out. Man, Ugas ain't knocking out no. Who said Ugas knocking out Manny Pacquiao? Ugas ain't knocking out no Manny Pacquiao, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat. What else we got? ShowBizz the adult. IBF should strip him when was the last time he faced the IBF mandatory? Okay, hold on. Pause. Good point. I want to say this. I don't even know how I found that. You need to start super chatting. I don't know how I found that. But I want to say this. Yeah. Yeah, because I will continue to say, and Errol Spence, I love you like a play cousin. Okay, high, low, a showbiz, the next level in boxing entertainment. Errol, you know I love you like a play cousin. But I can't help it, man. I can't help it. Ugas Ugas was your IBF mandatory a long time ago. And somehow, bro, I don't know how. I mean, I know he took on Sean Porter for the WBC title, but my thing is, before that, somebody got to explain to me what happened. I think Errol took on like Ocampo in Dallas Stadium, and I was like, remember that? I'm like, look, Ugas was his IBF mandatory. Yeah, IBF gotta have an explanation. But see, they're not the WBC. They're not as big as the WBC. So they're trying to hold on to as many. Well, no, that's a lie, because they put the pressure on AJ. So I'm capping. They put the pressure on AJ. They said, AJ, you got to fight that Pulev, man, or else it's a so. You guys. You making another point in the war room, dog. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to make sense out of it, man. What you want? What you want from me? Thank you so much for the super chat. What do you want from me? Okay, I'm trying to make sense out of this whole thing. All right, I don't know what to say. Only thing I know is the information I was privy to about what the WBC's decision to keep Errol Spence as the WBC champion. Oh, and here's another thing, just to let you know. Errol Spence, I know I was asked, why did Errol Spence go to 3 doctors? Remember when he said he tweeted, I asked 3 doctors and they all said I needed the surgery. And a few of you guys, the Ocampo was his WBC mandatory. How about his IBF mandatory, bro? I'm saying the IBF mandatory was before that. And okay, so when you take on your WBC mandatory, what happens to the IBF mandatory? That's all I gotta say, bro. That's all. Which y'all need to stop giving Errol Spence love for the Ocampo taking him on and knocking his ass out in 20 seconds flat. But then mad at Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, I said it, for taking on Yildirim for his WBC mandatory. You can't have it both ways. You can't. Either pick one. Either hate on mandatories altogether, or give them, or understand where they're coming from, or why they take on their mandatories. Yo, ShowBizz, love the content, bro. Keep doing it for the community. Hit the Tyson bell. Thank you so much. I want to say this. A lot of you guys asked me, why did Errol Spence go to 3 doctors? Why did he go to 3 doctors? Here's why. You guys want to know why? He asked for Yildirim. No. Yildirim was his mandatory. There was nothing he can do about it. Yildirim was the mandatory for like almost 2 years. Yildirim was his mandatory. Oh, yes. That was the WBC mandatory. He still wanted to fight Errol Spence was trying to get with the Nevada Athletic State Commission. They didn't allow him to fight unless he got surgery or he gets a doctor notification that he's advised that he can fight and get the surgery after the fight. That's what he needed. He was trying to fight. Errol Spence was still trying to fight. So he needed a doctor to say, hey, you can get your surgery after the fight. Errol went to this doctor. Hell no. I'm not putting my profession out on the line like that. Hell no. He went to this doctor. No. He went to this doctor. Nope. 3 doctors. They all say, hey, 3 strikes, you're out of there. He couldn't get that. So he had to go and get the surgery. He had to get the surgery, and he had to get it ASAP and not drag it along, so he could get back in the ring as soon as possible. Spence saw 3 doctors to save that $10-15 million payday. Duh. Yeah. And many paydays after. Duh. To save his career. Shut up. Don't think too short-sighted. You got a tear. You must got a retinal tear. You thinking too short-sighted. All right. Mr. Super Chat, man. There's a lot of people in here, man. When there's a lot of people. ShowBizz, you're ducking domino effect. I don't know. Welterweights does not deserve Pac-Man. Here we go. The fanboy. Pac should go down to light welter. And fight Josh Taylor next for undisputed. I think those are the type of things that we don't like anyone do. So why would you like the guy you're a fan of to do that? We don't like when anyone does that, right? If you could fight Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, I don't even want Terence Crawford to go down. If you can fight Terence Crawford or Errol Spence, don't just jump down to a smaller weight class and actually try to cherry pick an undisputed situation. What makes Manny Pacquiao so great is Manny Pacquiao's getting his off the mud. So what makes him great, instead of saying they don't deserve you, he's setting a standard and he's thinking about his own legacy of being absolutely probably the greatest fighter of all time. So if he goes down to fight Josh Taylor for the accolades, instead of being his own record as the oldest welterweight to ever become champion at 42 years old by beating Yordanis Ugas, and then he takes on Errol Spence, try to get past him and take on Terence Crawford. I know Josh Taylor is a great fighter. Nothing against Josh Taylor, but the attempt to fight the giant Errol Spence for 3 belts and losing is greater than going down the weight class and fighting the undisputed guy for the accolades. I'm telling you, sometimes, most of the time, going for something great, the attempt for going for something great is greater than going for something that you got a very high probability of succeeding in. Right? I'm going to tell you guys this. The harder the task, the greater the reward. Undisputed at Josh Taylor, what a great reward. But for legacy, if he loses to fights Errol Spence, that just shows everything that Manny Pacquiao is made of. That's greater. Ugas, and beat Ugas along the way. And Keith one-time Thurman. And come on. Ugas keeping Manny title warm, plus what's taking so long for Bud Porter is good purse bid. Only have about a week left according to WBC. Love you, Biz. Much love to you. That, it's on. And the PBC may get it. The PBC may bid over. Man, they getting busy over there, man. The PBC may mess around and outbid and get that fight. I mean, on Showtime or something. ShowBizz. Me and my wife first time bet at BUSR last weekend on Casimero, winning for the decision. Pop. And we bet 200. Pop. We won 1,100. Pow. Thank you, Biz. Much love to you. Take her. Oh, I know y'all went out. Y'all went out like, y'all probably got smart. Y'all probably just got a pizza, watched some Netflix, and paid your bills. Before I'm talking about, hey, celebrate and kick it. Y'all probably bought some pizza, a case of beer, all right, and looked at some Netflix, chilled, and then paid some damn bills. That's probably what y'all did. And either way, it's all love. Get those damn likes up, y'all. Trying to go hard in the chat. Use the same energy on the like button. Hit the Tyson bell. Absolutely. Let me see what you are. What else you got to say? ShowBizz, will you mind watching the charity rematch between Martin and Tommy Hearn? The brawl for it all. Funny, man. Funny. That was a funny episode. Agreed at ShowBizz. Absolutely. James West, much love to you. Speak your mind. What's going on with you? King Raul. I want to say this, though. I've been getting some hate mail. I've been getting some hate mail about the sweet science, and I got 1,500 of you guys in here. Everybody hit the like button because this is a very important conversation. Yo, Biz, homeboy, makes a point. Pac-Man made a comment about fight in the UK. Either way, Manny Pacquiao been at welterweight for years. All right, so to go back down. But here, I've been getting hate mail, and I've been getting hate mail from Floyd Mayweather fans somehow, and Rigondeaux fans. I get that. I said Rigondeaux needs to retire. Okay, let me make a few points. Here. All right, IBF ordered Spence Ocampo. Didn't even have WBC yet. Oh yeah. Wasn't that it? Let me think about this. No, he didn't have the WBC yet. Yeah, what am I? I'm so dumb. Yeah, because Sean Porter had the WBC. The IBF ordered. Right, that's right. So here's my question: what happened with Ugas? Why did Ocampo replace Ugas? I'm sorry for being that silly. My mind should have been way better than that. Yeah, that was the issue. How did Ocampo replace Ugas? That was the issue. Look. I'm sorry, you guys, for dropping the ball on that one. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Wait. Pac beating Taylor will make him a 9-division champion. Yeah, but so accolades. He got the accolades. I'm talking about the task. So I'm getting the hate mail about Rigondeaux. I said Rigondeaux needs to retire. I want to make this very clear. His performance, I want you guys to understand this. His performance against Casimero. If Rigondeaux, if you're here, Casimero, if you're here, Rigondeaux's performance against Casimero was not him. That's an old ass him who got dropped, who was afraid. Rigondeaux fought different than that. Okay, he was slick at times, he'd move at times. Sometimes he didn't move, and he was in a phone booth. But he'd just keep his guard up, and he'd drop your ass. Rigondeaux against Casimero isn't him all the time. Isn't him ever. This was the lowest output fight of all time. He was running, not boxing. And that's not what Floyd Mayweather did. Floyd Mayweather, if you want to say Rigondeaux was close to Floyd Mayweather, he was close to that when he was in his prime. Floyd Mayweather would move and he'd sit there too. Make you miss, bam. He'd pull counter, bam. He was landing punches. He was outlanding his opponent. Rigondeaux, what he did was land less than Casimero, get chased around the ring, and lose the damn fight. That's different. And I need all of you who call that the sweet science to kiss my ass. Now, this is the important conversation. The dub was meant for the fans yelling duck. My bad. Not meant for you, Biz. My bad. P.S. Retinal tear is a serious matter. Very much. Hit the Tyson Bale. I want you guys to understand this. Like I said in my video, Manny could beat Triple G right now. That's the fight to make. That's the two sugars. Hell no. And that's ridiculous. I wouldn't want to throw Manny in there right now, get his ass just destroyed. So look. Prime Rigo, let me tell you this. The sweet science, like I said in my video, y'all emphasize sweet too damn much. Let me break down it. There's 1,600 people in here. Everybody hit the like button because we're about to define the sweet science once and for all. Okay? ShowBizz, the next voice of boxing and YouTube TV. Hit the Tyson Bale. Let's define. For all of you guys who need to know. Y'all emphasize sweet too much. It's a science. Let's break it down. The sweet science was coined in the UK, actually. Britain. Boxing started in the UK. Started in Britain, okay? Christopher Monk, January 6th, 1681, in Britain. He grabbed his butcher and his duke. The first promoted fight, the first recorded fight The Butcher and the Duke, January 6, 1681. Boxing started in the UK. That's first and foremost, okay? Second, the sweet science was coined by a guy, Pierce Egan. He coined it the sweet science. Why? Because he was saying that boxing is scientific. It's not just two guys, two tough men slugging it out. It's scientific on how to break down your opponent. Break down your opponent. Beat your opponent's ass. You study him like a science and you play him like chess and you break him down, not run around. The sweet, where did the sweet come from? The sweet meant the sweet spot. Moving, having reflexes, being defensive, and hitting them on a sweet spot. Okay? Now, that phrase by Pierce Egan was coined in 1816. But he did not create the tactic of the sweet science. That was created by a guy named Daniel Mendoza back in the mid 1700s. He thought defense first. Defense first doesn't mean running around. Daniel Mendoza was 37-3, I think, with 34 KOs. So when we talk about the sweet science, we're talking about scientifically breaking your opponent down and catching them on a sweet spot. I just want you guys to understand that. What Rigondeaux did was he ran. It wasn't the sweet science. The sweet science is closer to Floyd Money Mayweather. The sweet science is closer to James Toney, Roy Jones Jr., Muhammad Ali, Bernard Hopkins, Archie Moore, Ezra Charles, Joe Louis, Willie Pep. That's closer to the sweet science. Gene Tunney, Barney Ross, Charlie Burley, those boys. That's the sweet science. Not running around the ring and landing 44 punches in 12 rounds. That's called being a track star. That's running. Bradley always says the sweet science is to hit and not get hit. Ray did not try to hit at all. You got to hit first. The sweet, hit him on the sweet spot. Hit first. It's hit. It's not get hit and not get hit. 100K, build it and they will come. And they will offer 100%. Hit the Tyson Bell. So, facts in your eyes, Biz. Tell me something different. Rules of engagement. Another thing is this. Boxing must be entertaining. That's when boxing is at its best. When boxing is entertaining, it's at its best. If you think Casimero versus Rigondeaux was entertaining, then that's just in your damn eyes, because that fight was boring. And that's not boxing at its best, and it's definitely not the sweet science. What else we got? That's cool as hell. Didn't know that's how they coined the term sweet science. Yep, one love, Biz. 100%. Thank you, Sully. Because people hear sweet and they think you gotta be sweet ass. You gotta be a sweet ass running around sweet as hell. Just that's not the sweet science. It's hitting them on the sweet spot. Let me see what else we got. Somebody said, "Thank God I didn't pay for it. What a waste of money." Ortiz Green Machine, entertaining. So yeah, let's talk about Ortiz real quick. I saw Terence Bud Crawford. Hold on real quick. Let's see if we can get Terence up in here. Matter of fact, why am I doing it this way? Hold on. Let me show you something from Terence Crawford real quick. Let me see if I can do it this way. Hold on real quick. Don't send a super chat yet. I need to be able to see. I'm actually on my other on my other screen. I just saw something funny than a mug, bro. So let me share this with you guys. Let me share this with you guys. Check out Terence Bud Crawford right here. Terence said, they say they don't like me, but they love to watch me. But while they're hating, I'm working. Ooh, look at that pivot. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you see how he's punching the bag as it comes towards him? Sometimes he works it, and he was punching the bag. They call that stopping the bag. So when the bag was swinging towards him, he was stopping the bag. You don't want to keep the bag swinging. Now, see, then he jabs it while it's coming towards him. See how he's throwing the punches when it comes towards him? He's stopping the bag. That means that your opponent is constantly moving. I don't want to get copyright. So, yeah, that means that trains you for your opponent who is constantly moving. All right. Terence Bud Crawford is a fantastic fighter. And I saw that as a wink towards Virgil Ortiz. Now, look, let me tell you something about Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz had a war with the Mean Machine. Virgil Ortiz had a war with the Mean Machine. What I saw out of that young kid, Virgil Ortiz, is everything I needed to know. How does he handle adversity? What happens when he feels pain and he's hurt? He swings, man. Just like when I called the fight, he swings. And then when he has you hurt, he gets patient. He turns up. When the going get tough, he turns the hell up. Give him the Tyson Bale. The Mean Machine is a very difficult fighter to beat. He's like Collazo back in Collazo's prime. He's like that, where you can mess around and take an L messing with the Mean Machine, okay? But I want to ask you guys this. Who looked better against the Mean Machine? Virgil Ortiz or Terence Bud Crawford? Let's see how we feel about what Terence Bud Crawford said. Who looked better? My man said, look at dog, Jay Cooley. Look at Jay Cooley. Look at Jay Cooley. Look at Jay Cooley. Looking sharp on the bag. Bags don't hit back. But you got to hit a bag at some point, right? You got to. The best Widow's Peak in the game. Black, 2 sugars. Facts are in the bank, 100%. My man said Jay Cooley. Of course, he said Ortiz. Danny said, oh, wow. Oh, Crawford, in my opinion, he did it first. That doesn't matter. Who looks better? Now, who did it first? Who looks better? Ortiz didn't get dropped. Good point. Bud got dropped. Ortiz did, clearly. Bud, easy. Ugas went WBO TC route, but fought Porter, and the 2 intern IBF fighters didn't fight for some unforeseen reason. So the IBF allowed Errol to unify. And thank you. That makes sense. That makes sense. I hope you guys accept that as a truth. Okay. So Virgil dominated him. Okay. Ortiz knocked him down 5 times. Was it 5? I didn't know it was that many times. Ortiz was hurt. Yeah, Terence Crawford was knocked down. He was hurt too. And he was hit flush. Ortiz. Well, let's do it like this. Ortiz is also way less experienced than Terence Bud Crawford when Terence Bud Crawford fought Mean Machine. This shouldn't even be a question. Oops! Hit the Tyson Bale. Hold on. Can that be part of the argument? This shouldn't even be a question. Ortiz is wet behind the ears. Breath smelling like Similac. Terence Bud Crawford, undisputed world champion. Quick question for you, Biz. Where would you rank Vernon Forrest if he was still around? Somewhere around the rest of those guys, Errol Spence and Charlo, and it all depends on who he'll be fighting. But I think he'll be as good, if not better, than the rest of those boys. Huh? Ortiz looked better. Huh? Facts. Huh? Wait a minute. Terence Bud Crawford is a pound-for-pound fighter, known as the best fighter in the world. Why is this even a question? And it is a question. Who looked better against the same opponent? This is why you must fight similar opponents as the person you're chasing. Why is this even a question? Okay, let's do it like this. War room lit today. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your body. I'm giving you guys the black two sugars. Thanos. Let's go further. Let's go further. Let's go further. Let's go further. Biz instigating. Get him, son. Oh, yeah, Frankie Beans. Yeah, I'm instigating. I just want everybody to think in the war room. Let me ask you this. I'm going to let the light in right after this. I'm going to ask you this. Thank you for reminding me. Who's the biggest challenge Terence Crawford fought at welterweight? Who's the biggest challenge Terence Bud Crawford fought at welterweight? He whooped Brooke ass in 2 rounds. I love that. That was my favorite win. That was my favorite win. But now in hindsight, watching the fight, who was his toughest challenge? Who was his toughest challenge? While they're fighting, who gave him the most? He went the most rounds with the Mean Machine. Did he? I think Benavidez, or was it Mean Machine? Biz, if Crawford fought Ortiz, Ortiz would get his snot box rocked. That's not, we're not even talking like that. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're just thinking. We're just thinking. Okay. Does that mean that the Mean Machine is the toughest fight he ever had? Does that mean the Mean Machine is actually the toughest opponent he ever fought? You think it's Gamboa? Brooke was already shot. Toughest fight period was Gamboa at 147. It's Mean Machine. Okay, let me ask you this. Who will win? Frankie Beans, Gamboa, or Mean Machine? Mean Machine was tough. Touching Crawford. Hold on. Oh, yes. No, I'm asking questions. Who will win? Look at Jay Cooley. Who will win, Gamboa or Mean Machine in a fight? Prime Gamboa or Mean Machine? Who will win in the fight? You think Gamboa you think Prime Gamboa would beat Mean Machine? I mean, it's up to you. It's however you feel. It's up to you. EJ was a new Ferrari. Wreck happened, and car was savage. A year by the engine light flashing. No injury. Stopping breakdown. Now EJ is officially damaged goods. He's officially, I don't know that. He beat Danny Swift Garcia, and we haven't seen him after the retinal tear. I don't know. Prime Gamboa. Okay, Frankie Beans, you think Prime Gamboa would beat Mean Machine in the fight? Okay. How are we going to celebrate 100,000 subs, Biz? Keep doing your thing. This community has come a long way. Thank you so much. Everybody, we should have, all you guys should be subs, should be subscribers. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit all. Okay. So you can, be alerted, whenever I go live. And I go live every day around 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. What else we got? 9 o'clock a.m. With DSG being a high pronounced gatekeeper, I think Virgil should fight him first. Good point. That's a true test before the elite championship fights. If he fights Danny Swift Garcia, then that's better than everybody Terence Crawford ever fought. Here, let me just do it like this. Let me do it like this. Why don't I just be fair? One of two of Terence Crawford's hardest fights, Virgil Ortiz fought him wet behind the ears and dribbled him off the canvas and knocked him out in a fashion that is very, if you compare it to Terence Crawford's performance against the same opponent, Mean Machine, some people may say Virgil Ortiz's performance was better. I'm not saying Terence Bud Crawford would beat Virgil Ortiz. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying everybody in the war room, if you don't consider Virgil Ortiz as a good fight for Terence Crawford, a fight that should happen, a fight that we all should want if it's made, then you're tripping. We want Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford more than anything. But if that fight can't happen, we want Showtime Sean Porter versus Terence Crawford next. Yeah. But Virgil Ortiz isn't crazy for wanting Terence Bud Crawford. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Oh, yeah, community. Virgil Ortiz is not crazy for wanting Terence Bud Crawford. And we should want it too. Oh, yeah, those are big facts. Yeah, Sully, those are big facts. I say it all the time. When Terence Bud Crawford wanted Errol the True Spence, who did they match him up against? Kell Brook. Remember when Errol Spence wanted Keith one time? Thurman. Remember that? And he took on Bundu, somebody that Keith Thurman struggled with. Remember that? Bring this up all the time. Evander the Real Deal Holyfield wanted Mike Tyson. He fought everybody Mike Tyson fought so he can get him. So you can leave it up to the fans to compare their performances, which Mike Tyson was looking better than Holyfield against those same guys. But my point is still the point. Virgil Ortiz, once Terence Bud Crawford, fought Mean Machine and took him out in a way that you can actually say he may have outperformed Terence Bud Crawford. Now what? 100K building and they will offer. Hit the Tyson bell. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. I'm building it now. The community is building it. I'm sorry. Taking all the credit. Ortiz gets KO in 9. Put some respect on Bud's name. Frankie Baines. Nobody's even doing that. Listen, Frankie. Or unless they are in the war room and I haven't seen it yet. So y'all getting busy in the war room. But listen to this, Frankie Baines. Because you think that, does that mean they should never fight? You think Terence Crawford would win? When you want to see? It's worth checking out. That's my only argument. What I saw in Virgil Ortiz is a kid that's special, bro. It's a kid that's special. Oh, yeah. I saw a kid that's special. To me, skill-wise, when I watch Crawford, he's either 1A, 1B, pound for pound with Canelo. Yeah. For some reason, I always feel like you can really hurt. Is that just me? That you can really hurt Terence Crawford? Yeah. 1,400 people in the chat. Keep it up, Biz. Much love to you. Thank you so much. Hit the Tyson bell. That's all I'm saying. Hold on real quick. Let me read this one. Why are people asking for Crawford Ortiz and not Ortiz Ennis? They want Ortiz Ennis too. But Ortiz Crawford is being talked about more. I have no problem with Ortiz Ennis. But that doesn't mean I have no problem with Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. I have no problem with Terence Crawford Porter. And throw Ortiz in there too. That's all I'm saying. If I get Porter versus Terence Crawford, which I really want, I'm fine. If I get Spence versus Terence Crawford, which I really want, I'm fine. If you throw Terence Crawford versus Virgil Ortiz right now, after looking at that, I am fine. And I want to say this. I want to ask the War Room this. When Virgil Ortiz got rocked badly, and he came back to knock out Mean Machine, was that great or no? He got hurt. He said, come on, and came back and dribbled his ass off the canvas. Was that great or no? Do great ones do that or no? Was that great or no? He was rocked good. Was that great or no? Yes? Let me see. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. My man said, no. You just, if you get rocked, don't come back. Just stay rocked, huh? If you come back, that doesn't measure you. That was inspiring. Yeah. Yeah. Never get rocked. Never have a moment. Never go up against something that's strong enough to hurt you. So you want boxing just one-sided. I'm talking about people who love the sport. Let's ask the people who love the sport. Woke up late. Can you recap the Spence story? Man, you got to rewind it, bro. I wouldn't put everybody else through that because you woke up late. Great. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. The common opponent logic will always be flawed because styles make fights, especially if a fighter is always improving, like Porter, AJ, Canelo, etc. Yeah, but that's what you do because people can't help but to compare. That's what you do. Oh, man, that'd be a good fight. Now, you can try to pinch it off and be real particular and real granular. Well, styles make fights and not exactly. Man, fight the like opponent. Get the fight hype. You struggled with Brooke. I knocked Brooke out. Do that. When Tommy Hearns fought Hagler, that was one of the biggest things. When Hearns told Hagler, you took Duran 15 damn rounds in a fight that Duran could have squeaked out. I knocked his ass out too. That's what made it beautiful. I know styles make fights, but that's what made Hagler Hearns beautiful. Because of that right there. That argument. Everybody was like, yo, he struggled with Duran. Hagler took Duran 15. 15. Tommy Hearns made short work in one of the most wicked knockouts we've ever seen. Look, let's do it like this. Everybody who said that it was great. Brilliant Live Biz. Thank you so much. Everybody who said that it was great. Okay? And most people should. All right? It should be inspiring. If something hurts you in your life and you come back and knock it out, I'm going to say you're great. If your bills hurt you, if you go bankrupt, if a woman breaks your heart, if whatever, and you come back with a finer, more beautiful, smarter woman with more money in your pocket, better than you were when you were on your back, I love you for that. I'm going to give you love for that. And if that doesn't inspire you, you're a loser. It's about getting off your back. That's inspirational. Buzz versus Ortiz is a great fight. Bud is chinny. They both can hurt each other. Hashtag make it happen. Just for example, that's what boxing is. You get fired from your job, right? Or you go to jail for some, trumped up charges. It looks like your life, your future is done for. But you come out, make a great investment from studying the stock market, and then you blow up and now you rich. Much love to you. You're inspirational. Now look, ShowBizz, a new boxing network, my man. So I want to say this. And then we're going to let the light in. I want to say this. Everybody who saw Ortiz getting hurt and coming back and being victorious, everybody who said that showed greatness, I don't want to hear shit anymore about Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. Oops. I don't want to hear shit anymore about Lomachenko getting dropped by Linares, and that's the Black Two Sugars. Don't you ever talk to me about how somebody got knocked down. You better start talking about how they got up. Because when Linares when Linares knocked down Lomachenko got up and later knocked him out with a body shot. Ryan Garcia got knocked down by Luke Campbell. He got his ass up. That young warrior got up and knocked out the gold medalist with a body shot. You can hate all you want, but that moment, you better start getting inspired because it can make a difference in your life. It's how you measure a man, how they get up. And woman. Boots is rumored to be fighting Jamal. Yeah, I heard about that. Isn't he the WBA regular champ? I love seeing Boots and Ortiz getting in the mix. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Get him, Biz, 100%. 100%. Now let's let the light in. Tell your mother, tell your father, tell your husband, tell your wife, tell your son, tell your daughter, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your cousin, tell your aunt, tell your uncle, tell your niece, tell your nephew, tell your grandmother, tell your grandfather, tell your best friend, tell your girlfriend, tell your boyfriend, tell your side piece. If they're right next to you, tell them. If they're away from you, text them. They're no longer here anymore. You look at the sky and say, I love you, hit the Tyson Bell. Okay, everybody, that's my show. Thank you so much for joining the show. I hope you guys definitely enjoyed it. We had a great war room session. We were talking a lot, and it's on and popping. This is Fight Week. Manny Pacquiao versus Yordenis Ugas. We should be placing some bets on BUSR.com. Go to BUSR.com/ShowBizz. Place a bet on your favorite fights. I'm looking forward to calling that fight. That fight is going to be very fun. I just haven't seen Manny Pacquiao in 2 years. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time. He's an icon. He's a legend. You should want the best for Manny Pacquiao, but most importantly, we want the best man to win. If Yordenis Ugas win this fair and square, Yordenis Ugas deserves to be the Super WBA champion. I know it was emailed to him, but Manny Pacquiao is trying to get it back. If Yordenis Ugas wins, he's the real Super WBA champion. ShowBizz adult. I'm out.